Hello everyone, my name is Joyce Dela Cruz, and today I will be talking about fast fashion. So I just want everyone to look at their clothes real quick and ask yourself these questions. Do you know where you got these clothes? Do you know who made them, what they're made out of, where they were made? So keep these questions in mind as I start to talk about fast fashion. So, what is fast fashion? Fast fashion is an industry that produces clothes which are inspired by catwalk designs and clothing that is made popular by celebrities. And it's called fast fashion because it's produced quickly and right when the trends come out. So it's very trendy and popular, and it's actually very cheap to produce and affordable for consumers to buy. So all of these things sound very positive, right? It's affordable for consumers, it's cheap for manufacturers, it's cute, it's trendy, it's convenient, you can buy things quickly, and you can look cute. But in actuality, there are a lot of negativities to fast fashion. And with my research, I found three main ones that seem to be big problems with fast fashion. And the first one is sweatshops, the second one is pollution, and the third one is bad consumerism. So first, let's start to talk about sweatshops. Sweatshops are basically factories and workshops, which mostly for retail, that hire people for cheap. So fast fashion industries use sweatshops so they can mass produce their items fast and affordable. So the problem with sweatshops is that the conditions are very inhumane. There are dangerous workplaces that can harm the people working there, and there have been incidents of fire hazards, chemical exposures, and overcrowding. There are also poor labor practices, which basically means that the workers are extremely underpaid. There are some instances where people get paid 5 cents an hour and they just are unable to get by. And lastly, one really bad condition is child labor. So here I have statistics that kind of show the negativity with sweatshops and really prove how inhumane these can be. So according to the Global Fashion Agency, there's predicted to be 1.6 million workplace-related injuries in the fashion industry by 2030. And also according to the Global Fashion Agency, about 10% of fashion workers are below the international poverty line. So that just proves how bad the wages can get. And also with child labor, according to the International Labor Organization, about 170 million children are engaged in child labor, and 6 million of them are forced to do so. So moving on to pollution, we talked about sweatshops and factories, and along with that comes pollution. In the factories, of course, working in there's chemicals, but also factories emit smoke from the crude oil that's burned. They emit organic compounds and acid gases that can be harmful to humans. And with that fast fashion industry as well, the Global Fashion Agency states that about 92 million tons of waste was produced in 2015 from textiles alone. So textiles are what the clothes are made out of, and that also ties in with landfills. And according to the GISTOR, about 80 pounds of textiles are disposed by one person every year. So fast fashion just promotes pollution in the environment because of how rapid they make their clothes and the factories that they do so in. And lastly, the last negativity to fast fashion is bad consumerism. So bad consumerism ties in with pollution because if you buy products from fast fashion, let's say it's $15 for a shirt and it will only last you maybe 2 to 3 months because of how cheap it was made. So you're consuming poorly because you rather have quantity over quality. So instead of investing in a shirt that will last you a long time, you buy cheap shirts that last for a short time, but the same price still adds up. So yeah, you're just spending poorly, and you have temporary fixes, and you use fast fashion as kind of an outlet to make yourself feel better, but in actuality you're just buying clothes that you might not even ever wear. So with that, we have to present some solutions to avoiding fast fashion and try to go into what we call sustainable fashion. So some solutions to work towards sustainable fashion are these sustainable. I've put 2 sustainable companies that are proven to not use sweatshops as their manufacturers, and they are environmentally conscious. So these 2 brands right here, ASOS and Reformation, they're priced highly because of their quality. But if you invest in sustainable fashion companies, you will get that quality over quantity. So instead of shopping at places like Forever 21, H&M, places like Zara that are proven to use sweatshops, and give your money to them to promote more use of sweatshops, you can find brands easily that just avoid that in general. So look out for sustainable fashion brands, and of course they can be pretty expensive, so there are other alternatives such as the thrift store. Instead of throwing away clothes, you can donate your clothes to the thrift store, but also you can shop at the thrift store and recycle clothes instead of buying new ones that give into that sweatshop and that pollution that fast fashion industries have. So here I have an example of this lady who bought this shirt from the thrift store, and she upcycled it into this little dress. And that's just another idea that you can find things and create them your own at thrift shops or garage sales. You can also sell your clothes, which is what this app here is called Depop, and there are many other apps like it where you can sell your clothes, trade your clothes, and make profit to maybe invest in something like a sustainable fashion company, and to not just throw away your clothes and produce more waste. So yeah, these are just some possible solutions. Just always be conscious of what you're buying.